The following video has been brought to you by RYN Studios. Release your nerd. Hello everyone, my name is the KingOfClubs and welcome to another episode of Storytime. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the series before, this is where I tell little stories, short stories and events that have happened in my life. This one is going to be a little bit unique. It's actually about a prank that I pulled off, me and a friend of mine. Just so you guys know, I'm not much of a prankster. Not that I've never tried to prank anybody. I have tried to prank people. I'm just not very good at it. I'm more of a sarcastic smartass than anything else. I tend to twist words around, but I'm really not good at pulling pranks off. But this was something I'm actually kind of proud of from a pranking standpoint because it actually worked out a lot better than I anticipated it would. So let's go ahead and just dive right into it. Several years ago, well, I say several, it's like 4 or 5 years ago, I was dating this girl, and we lived together. Me, her, and her 2 kids. We shared a house together. There came a time to where it wasn't working out, so we decided not to date each other anymore. But we still lived together. It was a pretty good sized house. We actually had enough bedrooms to where I could move into my own separate room, and it was fine. The thing was, neither one of us really had a place to go at the time, and I wasn't just going to kick her out on the street. So we lived together, and we were still friends, and I still helped her out with her kids. It was fun. It was good while it lasted. I'm not one to kind of hold a grudge against any of my exes. I mean, things don't work out. Pretty much all my exes are still my friends. I mean, I have nothing against any of them, and that's why we were able to live together so well. So anyway, she was talking to this guy, and I didn't care much for him myself, but he was kind of a friend of hers that also liked her a bit. So he was trying to get with her, trying to ask her out and whatnot. But from what I remember, she wasn't overly interested. I mean, she was willing to hang out with him, text him and whatnot. Just wasn't really interested in dating him, from what I remember. I didn't care much for the guy myself, mainly because he was really whiny. Just kind of pouty, especially when things didn't go his way, and that just kind of got on my nerves. I just could not stand to really be around the guy for very long, so I just kind of avoided him. Well, there was a time when we were living together where she didn't really have much of a cell phone, from what I remember, and so we were kind of sharing one. And it was funny for me because she'd use my phone to text him, and I didn't care. But there was a time when he was messaging her a lot and asking her to send him pictures, and I thought it was funny because she was actually starting to get annoyed with him because he was just pestering her for pictures constantly. And one night, I went into her room to talk to her about something. I don't remember what it was about. And it was in the evening, and the room wasn't very well lit. I remember those details, but I don't remember exactly how this came about. But he messaged her, wanting her to send him pictures. And I don't know if it was her idea or my idea or just spur of the moment just happened. Probably the latter of the 3, because just knowing our personalities, it probably was just something that just happened. For whatever reason, I turned away from her, and just dropped my pants and mooned her. Probably for no reason other than the fact that I could. I mean, it wasn't anything new. She'd seen my butt before, so it wasn't anything spectacular. So she went with it and took a picture of my butt. Just the butt. Just a good picture of the butt. And she sent it to the guy. So I mean, and we both thought it was hilarious. She sent the picture to the guy. What was even better is the fact that because of the lighting in the room and because this guy was so desperate to get a picture from her, he thought it was her butt, and he started commenting back text saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, that's what I like," praising how awesome the picture looked in his opinion, but not knowing that it was my butt and not hers. I thought it was hilarious. I was just laughing so much at that, and I don't think we ever told him. I honestly don't think we ever explained to him that it was a guy's butt and not hers. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a funny little prank. I mean, I guess in some aspects it's not really much of a prank. It's just kind of a happening, just something that just happened. But I consider it a prank because the guy didn't know what was actually happening to him. So it was a lot of fun. It was a fun time. I liked it. As I don't typically prank people. Most of them aren't that exciting or don't go well or just they fail. But this was something that I had a lot of fun with, and I'll always remember just the basic outcome of the fact that we got a guy who was so desperate for a picture of this girl to believe that my butt was hers. Not saying anything's wrong with my butt. I mean, I think it's a nice butt. But apparently he was really liking it, which I ain't gonna judge, but I'm not exactly playing for that team, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so that's my story for this episode. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe to my channel, favorite this video. Make sure you comment on what you guys think about it. Share it with friends, family, people who you think would get a kick out of the story. And then just keep checking back with me. If you subscribe to my channel, you'll want to check back so much. You'll be able to see what I post every day. But I try to post videos every day. As I said before, I'm not really doing a schedule per se, but I'm just trying to get back into the rhythm of putting at least one video out every day for you guys. So hopefully you guys like this video. Be sure to check me out on my social media. I've got my Facebook, my Twitter, my Tumblr, and Snapchat on all those social media outlets. You can see all that in the description below. Alright guys, have a nice day.